Welcome back, my friends, to Havre AC, and we are here in Football Manager 2017, as promised, away on the road at Rosan Park against Guingamp. Um, it's been it's been an interesting roll. We've been up, we've been down. We've run into the same damn buzzsaw over and over again. We've made some additions to the club in the January transfer window, so we are on the edge of another youth intake, which, by the way, we finished our youth facility update, which is hopefully going to help improve what's already coming through the club. We spent some big money in this transfer window, so we're up at, I think we spent like $30 million so far this season. We splashed out. I'll show you a couple of the guys that we splashed out on. We've been having some injury issues and things like that, so I've done some tweaking and tried to plug some holes. So I'll show you what happened. But Jan Mabella is waking up and starting to score goals. We've got him a new guy on the side. We got a good offer for one of the players. Actually, why don't we do that? Why don't we jump in? So we've spent a ton of cash lately. Marcus Thuram. So Sochaux came in with $2.5 million for him. So we let him go for that. He really was slow, doing not a whole lot for us. So that worked out relatively nicely. And then Roma came in looking for two of our sort of mid-tier U19 players, guys that they weren't in the upper echelon of what I was interested in. So we sent them on their way. I got $1 million each for them, which helped sort of what was going on. And I can't complain. We send Zinedine Ferrat on his way to Zaragoza. He really wasn't doing a whole lot for us. We sent him to Zaragoza for $450K. We've sent Romain Habran, who doesn't fit the tactic anymore. We sent him for $1.6 million to Sochaux. Who else do we have in the mix in there? A couple of loaners in there, and that was pretty much it. So who came in? We've got four that came in. We spent some time at Monaco. We do watch them fairly carefully. Forez Bahuli, unfortunately, he had a dislocated shoulder in his first match, so he's sitting on the bench. A 23-year-old Frenchman, nice value, six and some change $1 million. We brought him in as a rotating attacking center mid playmaking type. Great technique, good physicals, good dribbling skills, good first touch. He can get the ball around, nice passer, good vision. So he's going to fit in nicely with Daniel Indy as soon as he's not injured anymore. Nabil Aloui, I guess, is a 19-year-old striker that we pulled out of the Monaco reserves. He's a 1 and 2 scorer in the reserves there. So really happy with him. We've sort of watched him a little bit for a while. We picked him up in the Coupe de la Liga a couple of seasons ago. He had been, I think he made it to the bench, or he may have made an appearance. So we found him in there and watched. Or maybe my scouts just saw him. I forget exactly where it is, but we picked him up at that point. We've been trailing him for a while. Again, nice physically, good in the striking sort of window here. So, and he's 19. So hopefully he will continue to advance. A little central midfield support. We have Remy Walter in here. So he's a box-to-box character. He's got good finishing, good first touch, good long shooting, good passing. Not the strongest technique in the universe, but he's 23. Hopefully that'll crawl up a little bit. Just an awesome amount of determination and work rate in here. Good vision. Just something really solid across the board in there. So he was a Nancy Lorraine and a Nice pickup. And then probably our biggest splash out, so at $11 million, Alexis Blin. We picked him out of Toulouse. Just a really, really strong defensive ball-winning midfielder. We've had a couple of guys in there. Lacal is starting to get a little on the older side. Marceau, again, was an older stopgap in here, so he's 22. This is a long-term guy in here. Really good potential. He's just really, really solid across the board for what we're looking at. And he has rewarded us in a couple of matches with looking really good, so far on that. So, as you can see, we are third in the table in a Champions League spot, 41 points on a plus 20 goal differential. We're still 21 points behind PSG, who have yet to lose this season, and we are middle of February, and they've yet to lose. There's 14 fixtures left in the league all season. Um, but we are hunting. So we have an opportunity here at Champions League if we can hold on to this. We are a point behind Lyon for the other Champions League slot here. So right now I believe we are in the Champions League qualifying slot as opposed to the automatic group stage slot, whereas Monaco goes in as a group stage in the Europa League. Ideally, fourth is where we'd love to finish. As I'll show you in a second, if we're going to pick up anything from the cup competitions, it's going to be trickle down. So we do have some opportunity in fifth or sixth here, as PSG are still in both of those contests, as well as so is Monaco, and I believe so is Lyon in the Coupe de la Liga at the very least. So there is an opportunity to pick up some trickle down here, but I'd like to control my own destiny and get in. If I can sneak into a Champions League qualifying place and take a shot at getting into the group stage there, that would be insane. If not, we can drop down, hopefully, and finish no lower than fourth and get into the group stage of the Europa League, which is going to do wonders for these big red numbers over here. We're well under our budget. We've taken a big hammering by not having a lot of cash in the bank with our transfer cash. That's really what's hurt us on there. So let's take a look. Last time we ran into each other was Chamois-Nartois, which was a 1-1 draw. Not super great on that front, but is what it is. We went to the ninth round at home against PSG and lost 3-1. Not a surprise. Again, we play them very tough, but they're just a level above. On that, we played Lille and beat them 2-1 in the Coupe de la Liga quarterfinal, which set up a semifinal matchup against PSG at the Parc des Princes a little bit later down the line. We played a great game at the Stade Velodrome against Marseille, winning 1-0 on a late goal from Nabil Aliou. I don't know. Nabil, we'll go with that. I cannot butcher that. It was a dynamite win for us against Marseille, who are an upper mid-table side and a really solid side. We then played a Normand derby against also upper part of the table Caen and managed to manhandle them 3-0 at home, which was really quite a satisfying victory. Our center backs sort of showed the way until Jan Mabella came in to just add a little polish to it, but our center backs showed the way in that match. We then went to the Parc des Princes for the Coupe de la Liga semifinal, and unfortunately we lost 1-0 on a world-class goal from Angel Di Maria that we couldn't do anything about. We fought, but again, they're just a different level than where we're at. We then went on the road to take on Saint Etienne and played a really, really solid 2-2 draw. Unfortunately, a penalty late allowed them to get back in it, and we dropped a couple of points there, but solid nonetheless. And then so far, probably the feature victory of the run so far was a home victory against AS Monaco, a 3-0 demolition, with Jan Mabella again on the scorecard, score sheet, which is great to see one of our strikers hitting that routinely. Gaetan Corte hitting it as Theo Pellinar did as well. So it is really nice to see a bit more frequency from our striking core in there. Our run in is actually relatively favorable. It would be interesting to see if this Lyon match at the end of the season is going to be meaningful relative to Champions League qualification or Europa League for us. We still have another friggin' trip, our ride on the merry-go-round here with PSG in the mix before we close this season. We've seen them, four times? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've seen them 4 times this season, or we will see them 4 times. We've seen them 3 already, which is just super fun for us because at this point we are not on that level. We are starting to spend a little bit more to get into that second tier of French teams. So I would say we are starting to spend and become competitive with the Monacos, Lyons, and Marseilles. Even Bordeaux is starting to climb, so I suspect we are starting to become more competitive in that arena. But we're miles behind PSG. Champions League would be insane for us. I don't want to even start contemplating that, but the money would be amazing on that front. But we do have a very favorable run in. So we have Guingamp today, who are in 14th, and then we start running in against a bunch of lower tier sides. We hit a few mid-table and then back, mostly lower tier sides with a couple of really strong teams in there. But for the most part, this is a very, very favorable run in. So we'll have to see where that all goes. So in the squad, what do we got going on here? So Mabella's 1-2. He's at 11 and 22 appearances in the league. Again, we get a lot of goals from a lot of places. Assist-wise, Corte is up to 8. Ikoko and Pellinard are the next two. But you can tell where we have a very strong focus in the team. Ikoko is the leader here. Pellinard, our defense is really leading the way. Take out Daniel Indy, who has only played a handful of matches so far. And our back four are really the strength of what we've got going on. So, encouraging. But here we are against Guingamp, a game we really need to be winning. Rumor is he's only going to be able to... new Cameroonian captain. He's still upset that we didn't totally strengthen the squad, although I think we did a decent job. Blin was a huge pickup, and he influenced a lot of the team ranking, so he's clearly significantly better. But we do have a lot of good guys in the club at the moment, so let's get in on this one, see what happens. Yeah, he's being rested. He needs some rest too. He'll be... Corte will make his way in there, so... Okay, underway. So yeah, I think some continental... Was that Lichtsteiner? Like former Juventus Lichtsteiner? We'll have to take a look at that. I think we're starting to get into a place where a continental spot, barring a massive implosion, is becoming a more realistic possibility. So I'm starting to be willing to entertain that, but I'm not 100% convinced yet. So we'll have to wait and see on that front. Oh, come on! Well, if we do things like that, we're not going to get there. So maybe we are a little ahead of ourselves. God damn. That didn't take super long. Pardon me. Damn it. That did not take long at all. 2 guys on him. He just gets up ahead. Keeper going in the wrong direction. And F. Well, crap. Please not another one. Well, the good news is we can lose to... We rise to the level of our opponent, apparently. Crow. Come on. Didion, you got a little something here? No, you don't. We are 24 minutes in, and we have just fallen apart here. Not really sure what the point of not putting your arms out was when he did that dive. Just looking like a spastic dolphin there. Okay, Pellinar with a nice interception. Let's see if we can get into the half without any more damage than we've done already. Yell at them a little bit and see if we can. Van Aanholt gets in deep, but Didion is right there. Let's see, come on. Going for the hat trick. Well, this is just a disappointing way to get started. Let's settle it down on the deck. Okay, Mabella can't do anything useful. One before the half here would be spectacular. But that feels increasingly unlikely. Figure out what we're going to do at the half here. And can they break on us? Nope, we've got the move shut down. Okay, that was good. Balloon in support. Okay, that was sweet technique there, buddy. Mendy is playing. We just have a bunch of guys playing like total crap. Van Arnold. In deep. Ooh. Well, that probably should have been the hat trick before the half. Wow, we are just terrible across the board. So let's see. You're out. You're not playing terribly, but yeah, let's stop playing like shit. We are better than this. We know we are better than this. Dear Lord, we need to be better than this. Okay, Blinn. Let's see if you're worth the 10 million or 11 million we put into you. Yeah, Coco can't do anything, or Niakate rather. Samba. Crivelli. Lichtsteiner. Yeah, I think that is the Juventus Lichtsteiner. Certainly tackles like it. Odd that he land at Guingamp. We're not playing horridly. I mean, we've certainly gotten ourselves back into gear here. Just a terrible miss. They've just been more clinical than we have. I mean, the system's working. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. They're just better today so far. Yeah. Cheap shot from Mabella there to get us back in. In any real universe, that probably shouldn't have gone in. Oh my god. I apologize for my cat. He is unable to shut up. Well, let's see if we can get back into this. Let's see. Come on. Nope. There's the hat trick. We're just all sorts of turned around. Well, so much for. And the meltdown begins. Awesome. And the meltdown begins. God damn it. Wow, we're just going to get massacred here on the road. Well, this one isn't going particularly well, and we still have 25 more minutes of this merciless beating left in us. Well, it's fair to say when we fall apart, we certainly do fall apart at an almost spectacular level. Um, to say the least, when we fall apart at an almost spectacular level. Great. Now I have a yelling wife to go with a cat with a cat that refuses to shut up. Awesome. Throw on top of it a match where we're getting absolutely slaughtered here, and it's just a killer day from me. It's just fun to be me tonight. Well, there it is. It ends. Wow. Well, we just got smashed. Thankfully, we only slide till 4th. Yeah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Bordeaux is the halfway point. We're going to do Bordeaux. Yeah, we'll do Bordeaux and then Lyon at the end. Hopefully this is not the start of a beauteous trend where we're going to crawl across the finish line here, and hopefully we can keep it together and slide our way into Europe. So hopefully we can do that. So sorry about the beating here, folks, but if you like what you're seeing, do leave a like on the video, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys for the Bordeaux game in April. So until then, guys, I'll see you soon.